Hey everyone, this is MC Barber. Today I have a low fade with a pushback hairstyle. Uh, it's actually a very nice hairstyle, and here I'm going to show you in the simple ways how to do it. First step, as usually, I'm going to do a bulk removal and creating the foundation for my hairstyle, making it simple. So as you can see, I'm using 1.5 detachable blades on my Oster's octane clipper. This is my first step. Is practical because it's a quick way to remove the bulk of the hair and create the foundation for the hairstyle that you want to create. I prefer to use detachable blades over plastic guards. However, there are cases where you have to use a plastic guards, and they simply would work better than the detachable. But 90% of the time, detachable will be better for this type of work than the plastic guards. My second step here is starting my fade. This fade is going to be done from 0. I'm using here my open blade to also remove now the majority of the hair, so I can start my fade. My fade is going to be from 0, as I said, with the straight edge razor. I don't like using foil razors for shave, uh, whether it's Andis or Wahl. The reason is simply for hygienic reasons. My question to all of you who use the electric foils, the foil shavers. I have nothing against you. I am not criticizing you. The only thing that I have against that particular tool in our barbershop is I personally don't have time to do proper sanitation on it. And from my personal experience, I don't see that the barbers do actually do a proper sanitation on it. Do you really clean it properly between every client and put proper disinfectant on it and leave it for amount of time that is needed to do so? Otherwise, you really shouldn't use it from client to client. And the best way to look at it is this way. If you really wouldn't use it on yourself at a time when you want to use it on your client, if you just stop for a second and say, okay, I'm going to use it on me right now, would you really do it? If you wouldn't do it on your client, I don't think it's fair to use it. I mean, excuse me, if you wouldn't do it on yourself, I don't think it's fair to do it on your client. So that's the reason I don't use them. I don't think they are hygienic. Uh, but if you do proper care, then there is no problem with it. It's a good tool. So, and also if you can have a separate foil for every client, that's even better. So I think our clients should be our priority. I think we should be very concerned about our clients and their health. And it's just a common thing that you shouldn't do for others which you don't want to be done on yourself. That is my way of thinking. That is my philosophy. And that's why I don't use the foil razors, foil shavers. As you can see as well, when I do use my straight edge razors, that's another tool that is very important to do proper sanitation on. Just changing the blade itself is not sufficient because a lot of times, let's say if you nick someone, the blood can actually get on the razor itself. Just by removing a blade and adding another blade, I don't think that's sufficient. That's why in my case, I use different razor for different person. In the morning, I load about 20 razors, and then throughout the day, I use a fresh razor, and then on the other day I will put them in this disinfectant, and they will stay like that until the next day, and then start all over. So I make sure that the safety of my clients is really priority, and then a good haircut is as well a priority. So these are some things that, especially for the new barbers, you should really consider. We live in the age where you know, there is all kinds of diseases, so we should do for our clients what we like for ourselves. All that being said, now I gotta get back to the haircut here. So as you saw, I used the straight edge razor to start my fade. I shaved it down to the skin. Now I'm using scissors over comb to connect the top and the sides. Top I really didn't remove whatsoever. I just added some texture with a straight edge razor. I find that especially when a person has a heavy hair, straight hair, this gentleman actually doesn't have that straight of a hair. He's slightly like bushy or slightly wavy, but when a person has a straight hair and thick coarse hair, uh, it is good that you put some razor texture in it. It holds the style better. Even this style is the same thing. So that's why I use a straight edge razor. Now connecting the sides or blending the sides here. I'm using my Andis clippers. These are Slimline Pro. I honestly like these clippers. They do have a slight issue with the switch. It goes out pretty quick. I mean, depends. In my case, pretty quick. They last about a year. I think they should last longer than that. But otherwise, it's pretty good clip edger. Honestly, it's pretty powerful. It's been, you know, serving me very well for the last, what is it, year and a half or 2 years, how long they've been out. So I really like them. They are zero gap. You gotta be careful when you zero gap them, that you don't do it too much and that you don't nick the clients with it. And here I'm using my Magics. This video was actually shot a while ago, so I'm just doing editing right now. In the meantime, I have gotten seniors, and I had some questions regarding seniors versus Magic. I think seniors all the way. I think the new seniors are really nice clippers. The only problem with them they had is that spring that was snapping. Supposedly the issue is resolved. So I just got a new Wahl senior. I've been using them for about, I would say 2 weeks now, and honestly I love them. They are powerful, they are quiet, the ergonomics are good. Honestly, this is my honest opinion. I don't really work or associate myself with any clipper company or any blow dryer company. The only company that I do associate myself with is a scissor company, which is Shark Fin. I honestly like that company. I think they have a good product. The reason is basically you get a lot more for what you pay than you would get from brand names like you know, Hikari's, who probably charge you $500 more just for the name. So that's why I'm not a big fan of such a huge names that actually don't really give you anything except they are selling you their name. But they don't give you anything more than other companies who give you, you know, who are not big on the name, but they do give you a quality of a product. So Shark Fin is my scissor company that I use. I like their scissors. The model I use myself is a Shark Fin Monarch. That's their highest end of the scissor. Those scissors are about 800 bucks. However, I believe they give you blenders with them. If you plan to buy a scissors from Shark Fin, if you tell them that your MC Barber code, which is MC is the code, they will give you additional 15% discount. These are some pictures from Europe. I just went to Europe. I went to the show in Montenegro. It was really great. Shout out to these people. And I will see you in my next video, guys. Take care. Please don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself. mcbarber.com is my website.